G'day. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Judge Reviews podcast. And today I am joined with Atia of Xpresso Lounge. How are you, Atia?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. So, Atia, what I would like to do as we get into our questions, just start from the beginning. So, if you can tell us about your beginnings, let's say childhood and teenage years and so on.
Gosh, I don't think he's want to hear about my childhood. I was a rebel.
Oh, lovely.
I know I was a rebel. But there's always one thing about me. I was very ambitious, even from a young
Mhm,
age. I was always hungry for
mhm,
success and always hungry to learn things and do things. I always wanted to be the
mhm.
best. Even my
Yeah,
siblings, I wanted to be the best, and they did something, I'll
yeah,
do it better. I'll show them I can do it better. So it
yeah.
was very competitive, very competitive.
Mhm,
The older I got, it hasn't
mhm.
changed. I'm not as
Nice.
competitive, but I know that what I do well because I
Mhm.
do it with my heart and soul, and
Yeah.
I don't compete. Everybody's an individual. Me,
Mhm.
myself, and I. What I've created, it's all down to me.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah. So by me with childhood,
Mhm.
just a bad child. I hope I'm not like that anymore.
So,
I think I annoyed my parents a lot, but
aye.
yeah, all good. I did well at school as well, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I passed my exams.
Mhm.
Actually, do you believe it or not? I actually passed my
Mhm.
exams. Went on to college. I did 3 years and trained as a fashion designer.
Nice.
I had a
Brilliant.
place at Gala Shields to go on to actually do my degree in fashion
Okay.
design. And then I just took
Nice.
one wrong move that I won't say, but I just took a wrong move in my life, and I
Yeah.
ended up missing out on my degree and ended up
Wow.
having 3 kids. So I think that says it all. But yeah,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
regrets there. Alhamdulillah, I've got my 3 children out of it, so no
Yeah.
regrets.
Yeah. No, that's good. There's no point in having regrets in life.
No, no,
Best to look forward. So before we move on, just to ask, I know you've mentioned you've got 3 children.
yeah.
How many siblings are you guys?
We are 4 sisters and 2 brothers.
Wow. Okay. Big
Mm,
family.
yeah,
And where are you in the ranking? You're the oldest,
I
middle,
I've got two older than me. I'm number three.
number three.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
Good, busy, fun household, I can imagine.
I think this age in our lives, everyone's got the kids and grandkids now, so everybody
Hmm.
sort of does their own thing, and
Yeah.
we don't have parents anymore. So I think they're the
Yeah.
glue to the family. And when your
Yeah.
parents pass away, the
That's
glue
true.
sort of just goes away. So everybody's kind of like in their own world. So I really am on my own. This is my
Yeah.
journey. Me and my children. I'm a single mum. I've been a
Hmm.
single mum all my life, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's me and my children.
You
Um,
know, there's
mm,
nothing wrong with that.
no.
When we grew up, it was me and my brother, and my dad left when we were in primary one, I think.
Oh God.
So, my mom decided just to be a mum
That's
and brought
yeah.
us up.
And
So,
honestly, hats off, because it's not. I don't think anybody realizes how difficult a
hmm
job a mother's is,
hmm
especially when she's on her own. And I
yeah,
was, like me, I'm born and bred here, so I had to sort of obviously provide for my children as well as bringing
yeah,
them up, and then keeping them away from all riffraff, and and you're always careful
yeah,
about not to do this, not to do that. I've
of
got two
course.
boys and a daughter as well, so when my
Hmm.
daughter is like, obviously, I'm more protective because
Yeah.
she's still quite, like, so it's difficult. Honestly, it's so hard. It's just, and I don't really think the single mums get the credit that they
Hmm.
should get, because
Yeah.
unless you're in that position, you'll never understand.
Yeah. No, that's true. 100%.
Yeah.
Can vouch for that. But we'll get into some food related stuff. So
Yeah, go on.
so tell us what made you get into the food industry right at the start for your first
Oh,
foray into food.
I'll be honest with you. I was working as a complaints case manager for
Hmm.
Santander's head office.
Right.
Honestly, so I've come from the banking industry, finance.
Hmm.
From there, I was thinking, right, I don't want to be stuck in the bank for the rest of my life. I just felt there was no burger than the money. To be honest with you, I didn't feel there was
Yeah.
burger than the money working for that kind of industry.
Hmm.
So I was looking about, thinking, right, I think a coffee shop, and I don't
Hmm.
even know why. And to be honest with you, even when I opened up, I did not know what I was going to do. Oh, I knew how to make my signature dish, pasta. I did like things, chicken wraps and things like that, but I didn't really know what I was going to do. Then the shop came about, it was empty, went to go and find out about it. ended up getting the shop, and
Mm.
I, as I said, I didn't know what to expect. And
Mhm.
believe it or not, I did not even know how to make a paratha. I didn't even,
No way.
honestly, I did not even know how to do halva, how to make
Mhm.
chutney. I mean, you know how to make roti and salan, you know, like you normal curries and everything, but
Yeah.
never that kind of desi stuff. I've never done it because my kids didn't eat things like that, so I never
Mhm.
actually did made it. And
Yeah.
when I got my shop, I thought to myself, right, well, I didn't have a mum on my head
Mhm.
and or my father, and I thought I'm going to do this. I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to teach myself. I asked an
Mhm.
auntie G, how
Mhm.
do you make halva? And she goes to me, "Oh, I'll do it for you." And I said, no, no, no. I'm just tell me. I'm going
Mhm.
to do it because this is going to be my journey, and I
Yeah.
want to learn. And she showed me once how
Mhm.
to do the halva, just to the measurements to get the consistency correct. And see,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah, since then my
Mhm.
halva has become one of the best in Glasgow
Yeah.
because the way I make my halva and even paratha, you know, okay, you make your
Yeah.
mistakes making the parathas and see after that. I'm so fast at doing them now. All
Yeah.
your filled ones, plain ones, desi omelets, honestly, it's all just been trial and error. And I've
Yeah.
just kept doing them in my desi omelets. What was another one? Desi omelet.
Mhm.
The way the amount of ingredients I put in it,
Mhm.
I put my heart and soul in it, and my
Yeah.
honestly, my food speaks volumes because of that. I make
Yeah.
sure that if somebody's come in, because look, we all work hard, you
Mhm.
know, money is tight for everybody, and if somebody's come out
Mhm.
and they want just a nice meal, I'll make sure they get that nice meal. And even if it means me putting a wee bit
Mhm.
extra, profit margins
Yeah.
have gone down, but doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Always make sure that everybody leaves my premises and they're
Mhm.
happy. And that's it.
No, no, I definitely can vouch for that. I've ate in
Alhamdulillah.
your place so many times. We've had all
Really.
sorts of food, and I've enjoyed the omelets, the paratas, the pastas, the loaded chips,
Excellent.
you name it.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to
I've
hear
had all of it.
that. So
Well, I
glad.
do food reviews, so I have reviewed your place in the
I've seen
past.
one
So,
of your reviews,
uh,
and I think it was Isa that I think Isa
yeah,
spoke to you because Isa's front of house. I'm always
yeah,
in the kitchen, so nobody really gets to
hmm
see me. I
yeah,
hardly ever come out because I'm always cooking.
aye,
Yeah, so nobody sees
yeah,
me. But yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm glad you enjoy. And that's why you
well,
keep coming back, you know,
of
because the
course,
food's good.
hmm
It's fresh, it's always fresh. I prepare it there
yeah,
and then. I'm not one of them that leaves things randomly,
hmm
leaves them in the morning and somebody comes by the afternoon. Everything's prepared freshly when you come
hmm
in, your order gets done then.
awesome,
Yeah.
lovely. Okay, so two sort of twofold question. So,
Yep.
as a woman of color or a minority in the business world, so you're a female and also you're a minority. And what would you say if you face unique challenges along the way? What kind of challenges? How did you
Yeah.
overcome them?
See, when I newly opened up,
Mm-hmm.
I've had other businesses coming in trying
Mm-hmm.
to undermine me. I've had businesses that come in that were in the same industry, but men,
Mm-hmm.
taking pictures of my board. They've tried to send
Right.
their female wives or sisters in to try and get
Mm-hmm.
especially my pasta recipe, to
Right.
try and get that because that just became viral. Everybody was like
Mm-hmm.
raving about my pasta bake, and they were trying their best to get it. I've had
Mm-hmm.
people sit outside my shop and ask me when am I selling up because
Mm-hmm.
they would be quite happy to buy my business, and it's like I'm not
Right.
selling.
Mm-hmm.
They did try and hoping that I would walk away. I
Yeah.
think they gave me a lifetime of about 6 months. I thought she's not going to be able to cope with this, and she'll be walking. So
Oh.
yeah, and it was the men. It was men that did it.
Oh.
Women, obviously, you're going to get always them. Sorry,
Yeah.
excuse my language, but little bitches out there thinking,
Yeah.
like, who does she think she is? I know exactly who I am. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that as well. The jealousy that comes with this. This
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been an easy journey. Believe me.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm a person that I have a lot of faith in my faith. You know,
Yeah.
I'm very strong with my faith,
Mm-hmm.
and I rely on only one person. So if I
Mm-hmm.
feel anything, I'll just put my hands up and I do my prayers, and
Yeah.
my God guides me. And so for all
Mm-hmm.
these people that try to challenge me,
Mm-hmm.
they eventually just left my train off. They jumped off the
Mm-hmm.
train. They kept coming off because it's in
Mm-hmm.
my faith that drives me.
Yeah.
So whatever challenges I
Mm-hmm.
faced, I just turned, put my hands up, and I asked for my creator, and he
Yeah.
obviously helped me through this journey.
Awesome.
Alhamdulillah. Honestly, yeah.
No, no, you've done well. What
Alhamdulillah.
I would ask you is, so you touched on, people have tried to, take the business off you or sort of wrote you off.
Yeah.
Sort of another question, and it's something maybe I sort of come across sometimes on social media when I'm putting up reviews. I tend to find sometimes that our community, perhaps more than others,
Yes.
are
Yes.
quick to judge or point fingers, or instead of getting behind each other and supporting each other, you
No.
get a lot of hate from anonymous accounts and so on. I mean,
Of course you
did you
do.
experience much of that, or what do you think?
I've had the odd one,
Mm,
and they'll obviously they'll have like messages on Instagram, but this was right at the beginning,
mm,
with no faces on, and some like nasty comments on the food wasn't this and
mm,
that. But I always offer, if the food was not to your satisfaction, number one, tell me there and then, and I
yeah,
rectify it.
yeah,
Secondly, if that was the case, please come in again. Food's on the house. So why don't
mm,
they come back for that? Why don't they take me up on that offer?
mm,
Because they just like to have a little dig. Because
true,
honestly, Asian people are one of the worst. They do not like to
mm,
see anybody successful, and
yeah,
and I always say, you want success, you want to be like me. Here's my
mhm.
keys. Work 7 days a week like I do, and there you go. Then we'll talk business. They can't do it. I honestly, for 5 years, I worked 7 days a week. I didn't get a day off.
Mhm.
I
Wow.
only honestly the last year I started to only work
Mhm.
6 days because I'm a grafter. I
Yeah.
work. So if they're jealous of that, as I said, there's the
Mhm.
keys. On you go.
Yeah.
On you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a lot of hard work that goes in, long
Nobody
hours, no
sees that.
time off.
Nobody sees that. Whatever I have, alhamdulillah, I've worked for
Mhm.
it. I've
Yeah.
achieved my goals because I work. As I said, I'm a grafter.
Mhm.
I don't stop. I used to dream about it. Honestly, when I used to
Mhm.
go to bed making desi omelets and making village breakfast. Yeah, honestly, I'd wake up there, oh, the omelet's going to burn. Thinking, oh, damn, it's only a dream. Yeah,
Oh,
honestly, that's how much I was
yeah.
constantly working. So it's not easy. It's not easy. It's a
Mhm.
hard industry to be in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can definitely understand. Did you? So I know you touched on your sort of being ambitious from a young age.
Yeah.
Did you ever see yourself becoming a business owner or being entrepreneurial, or did just something one day you thought you'd try?
No, no. I always had, I always wanted to do something. I've always like dreamed.
Mhm.
Honestly, it was like a dream. I've always wanted to
Mhm.
do it, but my biggest problem is finance.
Mhm.
Because being a single parent, always have
Mhm.
to make sure that my kids are fed, roof over the head. I had to always
Yeah.
put everything, prioritize everything else but myself
Mhm.
or what I wanted.
Mhm.
And honestly, I said, even if I told you how this journey started, I'll have you in
Yeah.
tears and your listeners in tears. So I'm not going to tell. All I'm going to say, Alhamdulillah, the way the
Yeah.
doors opened for me,
Mhm.
I can't tell you. As I said, I'll just end up crying about it because it was
No, don't
amazing.
cry.
I know it's been an amazing, magical
Yeah.
journey. That's all I can say to you. And as I said, I've always craved to be my own boss. And
Mhm.
the way the doors opened for me,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, honestly,
Wow.
it was amazing. Amazing the way, and I would just sit and I honestly I needed like I think £1,10,000 in my hands the
Mhm.
next day. The way that money came to me, and I wanted halal.
Mhm.
I've always
Yeah.
been very strong with halal and haram, and I
Mhm.
kept just making dua. Ya Allah,
Mhm.
I need money, but I want
Yeah.
halal. And Alhamdulillah, by the next evening, all my
Mhm.
money was there. How did it come? And
Yeah.
not one of it, everything came. And the one person I asked that had
Mhm.
haram di kamai, Alhamdulillah, they couldn't give me anything. But see, everything
Wow.
else, it came.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get into a lot of that, but I agree with you that
Yeah.
a certain way of money will last and last the test of time. 100%.
Honestly, as I feel like I am
Mm,
successful because
mm,
getting how your foundation is,
mm,
that's how your plants are they're gonna
yeah,
blossom. Honestly, as I said, I've seen things with my own eyes. When you
mm,
start your foundation correct, inshallah, everything will start growing. It will start
yeah,
blossoming, and that's why
yeah.
I'm still here to tell the tale 6 years on.
No, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
Inshallah, it continues.
inshallah, Ameen.
Um, so So touching on when you decided to start your own business, and this is just because some people might be listening that thought about businesses or might want to one day if they're quite young. What would you say were some of the first steps you took when you decided to open your own cafe?
Believe you can do it.
Mm,
Believe that you're in yourself, that if you've got an ambition, go and do it. There's
mm,
always a loophole, there's always a door
mm,
somewhere. You just need to keep going, never give up, and never listen
mm,
to anybody. Go with your instincts.
yeah,
Honestly, go with your instincts. If you want to do something, go and do it, and say
mm,
to yourself, I'm going to do that. I'm going
yeah,
to do that. Because see the amount of people that were so negative about me
mm,
before I took this on. I didn't listen to
right,
anybody, by the way. I didn't listen to a single soul. I did what I
mm,
wanted to do. And when you've got like a hunger for something,
mm,
you will do it. you need to be strong. I need to believe
Mhm.
in yourself. Honestly, believe in yourself is the biggest thing.
Mhm.
Believe in
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. A
Yeah.
lot of people lack that confidence or that
Because
leap.
we listen
That
to too
leap.
because we
Hmm.
listen to too many people, that's why. When people
Yeah.
say, "Oh, you can't," or "You're being
Mhm.
stupid," people said that to me. "Are you leaving a 9 to 5 job for this? You know, you daft
Yeah.
and everything." Yeah, maybe I am daft. I'm gonna take it.
Hmm.
I'm a risk taker. I'm just one of them.
Yeah.
I'll take a risk and I'll leave it in the hands of Allah. So you know
Hmm.
what? If you want to do something, go and do it. Prove
Yeah.
everybody wrong. Always say, go prove everybody wrong. Do it and become successful. But
Yeah.
hard work, honestly, without hard
Hmm.
work, you can't achieve any goals. Don't expect to sit on your backside thinking everything's going to
Yeah.
happen. It's not. It's not. You've got to work
No,
for
I'm definitely getting massive vibes of that from you. So
it. Get
I
your
believe you.
100%. Honestly, get
Yeah.
off your backside and work. That's it. Graft it.
Uh, we'll
Yeah.
touch on that later, but that's
Yeah.
a good message for the youth of today.
100%. Yeah.
So when you decided to open your business, from a practical point of view, like what kind of challenges did you face opening a cafe and how did you navigate them? Like actually things you had to do to open it and get it up and running?
Because I didn't have a clue, I'm being
Hmm.
honest, I didn't have a clue about a cafe. I didn't know
Yeah.
anything, and I didn't know I was going to do this because when I opened up, I didn't know about
Hmm.
portion sizes. I didn't know how much
Yeah.
to make, how like if it's how long it's going to keep, or if nobody buys it.
Hmm.
So I had to keep I always made my errors of
Hmm.
buying too much and then having to bin
Hmm.
it, and but see over time you start balancing
Yeah.
things out. You obviously start learning about things,
Hmm.
things when the boiler broke, when the heating
Yeah.
vents had no warm water, no, and then when our the front sink is just like a
Hmm.
sani flow thing.
Yeah.
The amount of times that broke, that we've had floods in the shop, and I'm just standing
Wow.
there thinking, what do we do? I always try
Yeah.
and think outside the box. I've had so many things that have happened broken in the shop.
Hmm.
As I said, I've never been in that industry thinking, how am I going to deal with this? You just
Yeah.
do. When the lights all go off and there's no bulb at the
Hmm.
back, especially in the kitchen, and I'm looking
Yeah.
thinking, what electrician am I going
Wow.
to get? I didn't know about costing, how much
Uh,
it's going to cost to get that fixed, this fixed, that fixed.
yeah.
But you just
Hmm.
learn
Hmm.
everything. Every industry has its problems, but
Yeah.
hospitality does take the biscuit.
Yeah.
But you overcome them. Look, it's how
Yeah.
we deal. Everything is how we deal with it. Either we sit there, we cry
Hmm.
about it, or we think,
Yeah.
right, I need to sort this out and get it done. But
True.
I've never closed the doors to any problems. The show
Hmm.
must go on. So I just carry on. I'll always
Yeah.
try and work around it, but never give up. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite loving that attitude that you've got towards things in life. It's
Oh no, I have.
infectious. So
Do you know
that's
what I
good.
was believing is
Hmm.
I'm trying to work on another project. I'm not going to say much about it, but I'm working on
Yeah.
a project, and it's
Hmm.
I think it's obviously it's quite far fetched. But do you know what? I'm going to do it. I am going to
Yeah.
do it.
I believe you will do it, whatever it is.
Inshallah. Watch and see. Watch
Yeah.
this space. And said I just one of these. I'm going to do it. Don't care what anybody says. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. If there's one person that will,
I'll
from
do
what
it.
you've told me, I know it will be you.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Inshallah, we'll do it one way or another. Yep. So
Yeah.
watch this space.
So, yeah. So, see, running a small business, it can be tough. You're independent. Can you tell me if there is, or share maybe one of the biggest challenges you faced as a owner of a cafe, and what it was and how you handled it, if there was
Yeah,
one?
I would say honestly, the biggest challenge is when people start opening up cafes
Hmm.
just like yours,
Yeah,
like mine, and
yeah,
try and do everything that I've done
yeah.
from like my Desi Sunday. Like I was the
Hmm.
first person in Glasgow to open a sitting in place for Desi Nashta, and
Wow.
how people just start following suit rather than using their own brains.
Hmm.
Do your own thing, be unique. I think
Hmm.
that was my biggest challenge, and it did.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, it hurt me thinking I'm a single mom. I work
Yeah.
day and night. I'm doing
Hmm.
this to provide a good, space for my children for their future.
Hmm.
But yet, these other people that have come from money background don't have this to face the same issues that I've faced in my life.
Yeah.
And doing that, I think that was my
Hmm.
biggest challenge. But then I thought, like always, look, and I know rizq comes from Allah,
Hmm.
but do your own thing. So to me,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a challenge. It was more annoying than
Hmm.
anything else.
Yeah, I mean, people
Challenges.
won't understand. They'll think, why you're getting upset. But when you put in your blood, sweat, and tears,
Then it does upset me. It really
you know,
does. And I think at
yeah,
times that I've come home and I've cried and I'm thinking,
hmm
why do they have to do what I'm doing? Do your own thing. And
hmm
especially when they've come in, I've had people actually just come in and ask for just like, oh, can we just taste the pasta to see if we want to order it? And I knew where they'd
no
come from.
way.
Yeah, honestly, I knew exactly who
You're
they were coming
kidding?
from, whose family they were there from, what other cafe had opened
Wow.
up. Yeah, I've had that. And I says, no, you want to
I've
buy
heard of
pasta?
people saying, "Can I try some ice cream or something?"
There
But
you
not
go. So
pasta.
I've had that by the way. And they said, oh, can we try it? Because they want to try and get the flavours out of it. And I said, no. If you want to buy a pasta, you buy it because my pasta's all portioned. If not,
Uh,
sorry. No. No. I wasn't daft.
Unreal.
You understand? I'm not daft. I'm quite clued on. I might
Yeah.
be blonde, but I'm quite clued on. So
Wow.
yeah, there's these kind of
hmm
challenges, and then obviously the financial side of things with the
hmm
cost of living. This cost of living has just been terrible. So everything that I was
hmm
buying for like just give example, chips. I used to buy like less than £8 a box. I'm paying
Yeah.
double that price now. Same with
Yeah.
my cheeses. So to me, that's more a challenge. People
hmm
don't face me. Yes, it upsets me, but they don't
hmm
face me. I'm not scared of anybody, and
Yeah.
I'm not scared to be vocal. I'll say it
hmm
how it is, and I'll say it to anybody's face. I'm not
hmm
scared. They don't. They're meaningless people to me.
Yeah.
So my challenge is like obviously
Uh,
just it's the financial side of this
mhm.
business because of the cost of living.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally understand. So I know how busy you are, mashallah, right? And
Alhamdulillah.
I know so many friends that just come to you and eat all the time. There's one of my cousins that introduced me to you because he used to go with his friends.
Alhamdulillah.
Uh, what would you say is the secret to having such a loyal customer base? And do you have any tips for other businesses or new people?
Customers are not just like see with me. Customers have made me who I am.
hmm
It's because of these people that I have become, alhamdulillah, so successful. And
hmm
we don't just treat them as customers, they're like
hmm
family. They become
Yeah.
like family. We know, and the thing is like when when somebody comes in, I know exactly when what their order is. I know they don't like mushrooms or they don't like
Uh,
ketchup or they do. I know what my
yeah.
customers like and how they like certain things, how they like their eggs, how they
hmm
like certain. I've learned all that over the time, all this course of time. So as soon as he'll say to me, "Oh, so and so's in for their order, their usual order," I'll know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they're still
hmm
with us because I know, and I like my menu's not set in concrete. If
hmm
they want to make changes, I'm more than happy to do it because, as I said, I prepare everything
Yeah.
fresh. So if they've
Yeah.
come in and they want me to do this, I'll do it for them. So we go out our way to
hmm
help our customer to make sure that they get something they like and they want it this way. I'll do it for them. It's fine. It might take them a bit longer.
hmm
As long as they're
Yeah.
happy to wait, I'll do it for them. So that's why our loyalties with our
hmm
customers, our loyalty, it works both ways. This
Yeah.
is not just about a business. It's not just about
hmm
making money and profit.
Yeah.
It's more deeper than that because these people have made us who we are. So we're
hmm
a family. So
Yeah.
and I'm always appreciative whoever comes through that door. If I can help somebody, I'll help them. Like,
Yeah.
especially Isa go out that extra mile for his customers. So
Yeah,
alhamdulillah.
he
So yeah,
does.
yeah,
He's very good. I still remember, how good service he gave when he asked loads of questions and made sure everything's how he wanted
we
it. And I
wanted
remember
it.
thinking, he's such a good asset to the company. Then I found out he
Alhamdulillah.
was your son.
He is because he
You
knows
know.
better. He'll get a dirty in the
Yeah.
kitchen. No, he doesn't. But it's because he's he's a people person. He's like me. We people. We love people. We love
Yeah.
talking. We love to get to know them. We
Mm-hmm.
want our customers to know that they can come in here. If they've had a bad day and they've talked
hmm
about us, whatever they've talked about, it stays
hmm
there. And we're not the kind of people that go and pass it on or so-and-so's got this problem. So it's nothing to do with anybody else. They've talked to us.
Yeah.
We keep it there. That's why people keep coming back. We have a lot of people that
Yes.
come in and tell us their, like obviously their
hmm
problems, whatever. And
hmm
I'll be here to listen. It's fine
Yeah.
certainly if I've got the time, I'll go and sit with them. Isa
Yeah.
always makes a point of saying, especially with the elderly people.
Yeah.
So
That's
so
nice.
that's where the loyalty is, but it works both ways.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
So, Atia, would you say, have you had any mentors along the way who have helped guide you or been part of your journey?
Nope. Nope.
Oh, wow.
None.
Okay.
None.
I'll rephrase that then. Is there anyone you've ever, say, looked up to as a role model in any way then?
In this business, nope.
Wow.
Nope.
What about in general? Do you have any inspirations? Apart from God, because I know you're going to say that.
Yeah. Honestly, people wise, no,
Yeah.
no. I don't.
Wow.
That's.
Hmm.
I don't want to sound callous or anything,
No,
but
no, nothing wrong with that.
but I don't. I don't have
Hmm.
anybody that I look up and I think, oh, I wish I become like them. No,
Yeah.
we're all individuals. I'm
Yeah.
proud, not in a way that I'm
Mm-hmm.
proud of my. I'm proud of what I've achieved. Alhamdulillah,
Hmm.
but not in a way I'm proud in like a grower way, if you know what I mean. But I'm proud of
Yeah.
like I've made this. People recognise me when I go out. Like, people know who
Yeah.
we are, and it's nice. It's nice, but not
Hmm.
in a stuck up way. No, and
Yeah.
because this has been my journey.
Hmm.
This has been my journey, and I've taught myself.
Hmm.
If my parents would be alive, if my parents were alive today, they'd be
Yeah.
proud of what I've achieved. They would. They're
Yeah.
my only people that I look up to. Other than that,
Of
no,
course.
no.
Yeah. No,
Honestly, I
that's
honestly say
good.
that.
No, no, I can respect that, and I would agree. I
Yeah,
was
I've taught
look up.
myself. I
Yeah.
was there my hard days when I had to pick
Hmm.
up the pieces. When it came to my kids, when it came to my house
Hmm.
life, I did it myself. So
Yeah.
no, I don't. I've got nobody that I've turned to and said, "Oh, can you help
Mhm.
me?" No, I did it myself.
No, you've
Alhamdulillah.
done well. Well, you're a strong person, and
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
you know, so that's good. See, looking back, if you were to talk to a younger version of yourself that opened the business, is there anything you would have done differently when you started now with the knowledge you have?
Um, Not really.
Hmm.
Because we need to make our mistakes to learn from them.
Yeah.
Always say, go with your gut instinct.
Hmm.
Go and don't listen to anybody. Honestly, if somebody was obviously a younger version of me wanted to do this, I'd say just go for it. Just go for it. But
Yeah.
do what you're capable of doing. Never
Hmm.
look at what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Everybody's got strong points and
Hmm.
weaknesses. Go with what you're strong at
Yeah.
doing. And that's when you'll be
Hmm.
successful. But see, the minute you start becoming competitive and looking at what other
Yeah.
people are doing, it
Hmm.
becomes a rat race. Don't
Yeah.
honestly, and that's the God's honest truth. I
Hmm.
never looked at anybody's menu, what they were
Hmm.
doing, and how they were doing it. I did when I took this journey. I kept looking and
Hmm.
focusing straight ahead of me. I couldn't care less
Yeah.
what other people are doing because this is not their journey. This is my journey. So I would say to
Hmm.
anybody else, honestly, do what you're capable of doing because you know what, you become stronger and stronger and
Hmm.
stronger with what you're good at. But the minute you
Yeah.
start doing what other people,
Hmm.
you fail. Honestly,
Hmm.
that's
Yeah, no, that's a good point of view because too many people get sidetracked looking at
yeah.
others
And we
instead
fall over
of,
our own feet then.
yeah,
Focus in front of
definitely.
you. Focus on where you're going because this is your
Yeah,
journey and your path.
yeah, no, definitely. You're correct.
Yeah.
The next question, I've got a feeling you're going to tell me what you already just said that you're not going to tell me.
Go
What's,
on.
is there anything next for your cafe and do you have any plans for any expansions or any other directions you're going to explore?
Inshallah. That's all I'll say on this matter, right? I am kind of working on a project.
Yeah.
Um the rest is in the hands of Allah, but inshallah.
Hmm.
I'm not going to be sitting like this for the next 5 years,
Hmm.
put it that way.
Yeah.
Um Something bigger and better.
Right.
But
Can I
just
ask, is it food related?
100%. That's all
Oh,
I'm good
nice.
at. That's all I'm good
Brilliant.
at.
Good.
Talking
Good.
and making food. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Inshallah.
look forward to whatever that is. Hopefully, I'll
Inshallah.
come down and review the
Definitely.
foods, which I love.
Inshallah, don't you worry, you'll
Yeah.
get an invite, but inshallah, just
Yeah.
make dua. That's all I'll say to all my
Yeah.
lovely people that can listen. Just make dua that this all comes about. But that's all I'll say on the
Yeah.
matter just now, because it's not,
Hmm.
yeah, it's a long journey ahead yet.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've never had this much insight, and because I've only ever seen you here and there in the shop. But to understand, and this is why I'm doing this podcast, so people
Uh,
understand what the people behind the businesses. It's not just somewhere you go and have food and whatever. It's the stories behind it if they're interested. So
Everybody's got a story.
yeah.
Yeah, I've come from a very a beautiful childhood. When
Hmm.
and I'm going to be honest, I went through a very rough domestic violence. I suffered as a woman through
Oh,
domestic violence.
okay.
I was at the lowest in my life
Hmm.
because of obvious, like my
Yeah.
children. As I said, I brought them up single handedly, but I
Hmm.
was a victim of domestic abuse. So if
Hmm.
I can turn my life around,
Yeah.
so can any other Muslim woman.
Yeah. No,
That's
100%.
yeah.
A lot of people don't have that
No.
strength or courage, but if they listen to someone like yourself,
Always say
who,
get up and do it. This is like, as I said, we're on
yeah.
this. we live once. You understand?
Yeah.
Let's put us down here,
Yeah.
and we're as good as anybody else. But
Yeah.
as you know our culture. We're always
Mm.
rejects because we are divorced, and that was another
Yeah.
thing I had to face because I was a divorcee.
Hmm.
You're a reject.
Hmm.
Nobody thinks you're going to succeed. That's why they didn't have high hopes that I would last in more than
Yeah.
6 months. But as I said, alhamdulillah, 6 years and I'm still
Mm.
here.
You know, that's touching on that. That is something that a lot of some of the community is backwards, and you'd
Yep.
like to think the new generation coming forward is a bit more forward thinking, but some of them even get caught up in
Do you know what the
thinking.
biggest problem is? Culture.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
culture. See, if you went properly what Dean says or Islam
Yeah.
says, we wouldn't have half of these problems. But see,
Hmm.
even like some of the young generation still live because their parents are so cultural,
Hmm.
it's embedded in them.
Yeah.
We need to get away from that. That's the biggest problem that we face as a community is
Yeah.
culture. I'll be honest, it's the culture, and that ruins
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. People get mixed up between what
Culture and
is
Islam.
culture and what is right and wrong.
Yep, yep. That's what it is.
Um, so
Yeah,
moving on to something a bit light-hearted.
yeah. Go on.
Okay, so quick fire round. If you could share a paratha with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
My parents, because they never got to
Yeah.
be proud of the moment. My dad have been
Oh.
so proud of me that I've done this.
Mhm.
So it'd be their parents. But anybody alive, I'd say go and buy your own.
Yes, I love it.
I'm not
Right.
sharing my chili chicken cheese platter with anybody.
Atia, what would you say is your favourite munch from
Uh,
anywhere?
Anywhere. Honestly, steak in, and they've bloody closed down. I loved steak
Oh,
in. That's the only place in Glasgow that I actually eat from is them.
aye,
Mm. I'm
nice.
so disappointed that it closed down. I've been to a few restaurants, and honestly, I am a food critic, and I will not
Mm,
go back. If I don't enjoy the food, I'll never go back.
that's it.
And I'll be honest with you, a lot of places in Glasgow, not
Mm,
good. Not good at all.
yeah.
Yeah.
And last one, if your cafe had a theme song, what would it be?
Um. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know. What would that
Any kind of song, any film song, TV show.
Independent Woman by
Ah,
Destiny Child.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. That all makes sense.
Yeah,
I can visualize that.
there you go. There, that's it. That's my song.
Oh, brilliant. Hey, Atia, it's been great having you on.
Thank you for the invite.
Uh,
Appreciate it. Yeah.
yeah. So just for the listeners out there, if you want to try Xpresso Lounge, it's in Southside. You can. Atia, what's the street address?
It's 138 Nitstow Road in Pollock Shields.
Okay, and you're open 7 days a week?
6 days now. We're
Okay.
Tuesday to Sunday, and
Yeah.
on Sundays Desi Nashta. The full Desi
Awesome.
Nashta, fresh. Yeah, not your frozen stuff. But yeah.
Mhm.
So, but do lots of other things. You need to come in and try us.
Fantastic, guys. So you go in, try it out. Remember, like and follow, subscribe, check out my links for my socials in my bio. And until the next time, I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.
Thank, yeah. Thank you so much.